am Turnpike Tollbooth, easily assembled at home for use by those who have never traveled the lands beyond.
Beyond what?
This package contains the following items. 1 genuine Turnpike Tollbooth, to be erected according to directions. 3 precautionary signs to be used in a precautionary fashion. Assorted coins for paying tolls. 1 map strictly up to date how to get from here to there. 1 book of rules and traffic regulations, which may not be bent or broken. Warning! Results are not guaranteed. If not perfectly satisfied, your wasted time will be refunded.
Come off it. Who do you think you're kidding? What do I have to do with this? Well, what else do I have to do?
Have your destination in mind?
Let's see. That's weird. I haven't heard of any of these places before. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Dictionopolis, that's a weird name. I might as well go there.
You see what I mean? You never know how things are going to get started. But when you're bored, what you need more than anything is a rude awakening.
That's weird. I don't recognize any of this scenery at all. Welcome to expectations, information, predictions, and advice cheerfully offer. Park here and blow a horn.
My. Welcome to land of expectations. We don't get many troubles these days. We certainly do not get many troubles these days. Now what can I do for you? I'm the weatherman.
Is this the right road to Dictionopolis?
Well now. There are no wrong roads to Dictionopolis, so if this road leads to Dictionopolis at all, it must be the right road. And if not, it must be the right road somewhere else. So no wrong roads to anywhere. Do you think it will rain?
I thought you were the weatherman.
Oh no, I'm the weatherman, not the weatherman. After all, it's more important to know whether there will be weather than what the weather will be.
What kind of place is Expectations?
Expectations is the place you must always go before you get to know where you're going. Of course, some people never go beyond expectations. It's my job to hurry them along, whether they like it or not. Now, what else can I do for you?
I think I can find my own way.
Splendid. Whether you find your own way, you are bound to find some way. If you happen to find my way, please return it. I lost it years ago. I imagine it must be quite rusty. You did say it was going to rain, didn't you? You know, I'm glad you made your own decision. I do so hate to make up my mind about anything. Whether it's good or bad or up or down or rain or shine, expect everything, I always say. And the unexpected never happens. Goodbye. Oh dear.
I better get rid of Expectations, but fast. Talking to a guy like that all day will get me nowhere for sure. Uh-oh, now what? I hope I didn't take a wrong turn. I wonder where I am.
You are in the doldrums.
Yes, the doldrums.
What are the doldrums?
The doldrums, my friend, are where nothing ever happens and nothing ever changes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. We are the Fire Unit Tiger Service.
Very pleased to meet you. I think I'm lost. Could you help me?
Don't say think. It's against the law.
No one's allowed to think in the doldrums.
Don't we have a rule book? It's Local Ordinance 175389J.
Local Ordinance 175389J. It is unlawful, illegal, unethical to think of thinking, surmise, presume, reason, or meditate while in the doldrums. Anyone break this law shall be severely punished. What? That's a ridiculous law. Everybody thinks.
We don't.
And most of the time you don't either. That's why you're here. You're working attention and you're working evil. Most people who don't pay attention all get stuck in the doldrums. Face it, most of the time you're just like us.
Stop that at once. Laughing is against the law. Don't you have a rule book? It's Local Ordinance 574-381W.
In the doldrums, laughter is frowned upon and smiling is permitted. Only on alternate Thursdays? Well, if you can't laugh or think, what can you do?
Anything as long as it's everything, and everything as long as it isn't anything. There's lots to do. We have a very busy schedule.
At 8 o'clock, we get up and spend from 8 to 9 daydreaming.
From 9 to 9:30, we take our mid-morning nap.
From 9:30 to 10:30, auto and delay.
From 10:30 to 11:30, we take our late early morning nap.
From 11:30 to 12, we bide our time, and then we eat our lunch.
From 1 to 2, we linger and we loiter.
From 2 to 2:30, we take our early afternoon nap.
From 2:30 to 3:30, we put off for tomorrow what we could have done for today.
From 3:30 to 4, we take our early late afternoon nap.
From 4 to 5, we loaf and lounge until dinner.
From 6 to 7, we dilly-dally.
From 7 to 8, we take our early evening nap. And for an hour before we
go to bed and waste time.
You see, it's really quite strenuous doing nothing all day long, and so once a week we take a holiday and go nowhere. Which is just right around when you came along. Would you care to join us?
That's where I seem to be going anyway, but tell me, does everyone here do nothing?
Everyone but the terrible watchdog. He's always sitting around the zoo at nobody wastes time. The most unpleasant character.
The watchdog?
The watchdog!
Run, wake up, run, here he comes, the watchdog! How dare you all waste time like this? I can't believe the audacity of you people! Get out here and do something productive with your lives! What are you doing here? Nothing much, just killing time.
God! Time? It's bad enough wasting time without killing it. What are you doing in the Doldrums anyway? Don't you have anywhere to go?
I was on my way to Dictionopolis, and I got stuck here. Could you help me?
Help you? You've got to help yourself.
I suppose you know why you got stuck?
I guess I just wasn't thinking.
Precisely. Now you're on your way.
I am?
Of course. Then you got here by not thinking. It seems reasonable that in order to get out, you must start thinking. You mind if I read too? Well,
Alright, I'll try. Are we moving?
not yet. Think harder.
I'm thinking as hard as I can.
Well, think just a little harder than that. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, I'm thinking of all the planets in the solar system, and why water expands when it turns to ice, and all the words that begin with Q, and we're moving!
Keep thinking.
How a steam engine works, how to bake a pie, and the difference between Fahrenheit and centigrade.
Dictionopolis, here we come.
What kind of place is Dictionopolis?
Oh, it's where all the words in the world come from. It used to be a marvelous place, but ever since Rhyme and Reason left the house, been the same.
Rhyme and reason.
The two princesses who, along with their brothers, ruled over the land of wisdom. King Azaz was the king of Dictionopolis, and the mathematician was the king of Digitopolis. And they almost never see eye on anything. It's up to princesses' sweet rhyme and pure reason to solve the differences between the two kings. But then one day they had an argument, and all arguments.
Of course I'll buy the decision of rhyme and reason, though I've no doubt as to who they would choose. They would choose words, of course. Everyone knows that words are more important than numbers any day of the week.
Come on, Azaz, haven't you ever even looked at a calendar? People wouldn't even know what day of the week it is without numbers. Face it, it's numbers that count.
Don't be ridiculous. Let's check for words.
Cast your vote for numbers! ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. Quiet! Rhyme and Reason are about to announce their decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, letters and numerals, fractions and punctuation marks, may we have your attention please? After careful consideration of the problems set before us by King Azaz of Dictionopolis and the mathematician of Digitopolis, we have come to the following conclusion.
Words and numbers are of equal value. From the cloak of knowledge, one is the warp and the other is the woof.
It is no more important to count the sands than it is to name the stars.
Therefore, let both kingdoms, Dictionopolis and Digitopolis, live in peace.
Boo's what I say. Boo and bon hiss.
What good are these girls if they can't even settle an argument in anyone's favor? I think I have come to a decision of my own.
So I.
You are hereby banished from this land to the castle in the air. And as for you, keep out of my way!
And ever since then, there's been neither rhyme nor reason in this kingdom. Words are misused and numbers are mismanaged, and the true value of both letters and numbers has been forgotten.
What a waste! Why didn't somebody rescue the princess and set everything straight again?
That's easier said than done. The castle in the air is very far from here, and the only path that leads to it is guarded by ferocious demons. But hold on, here we are.
This is Dictionopolis, a happy kingdom advantageously located in the foot of confusion and gently caressed by the breezes of the sea of knowledge. Today, by royal proclamation, is market day. Have you come to buy or sell?
I beg your pardon?
Buy or sell, buy or sell. Which is it? You must at least have come here for a reason.
Well,
Ah, come on now. You must have an explanation or certainly an excuse.
No?
Oh, very serious. I can't get in without reason. Wait, I may have an old one you can use. Oh, no.
What's he looking for?
Ah, this is fine. Why not? That's a good reason for almost anything. A bit used, perhaps, but still quite serviceable. There you are, sir. Now I can truly say, welcome to Dictionopolis.
Talk, look!
Hey, step right up and get your juicy, tempting words to sell. Get your fresh pick S, and buts. Just take a look at these nice ripe wares and rents.
Step right up, step right up. Fancy, best quality words here for sale. Enrich your vocabulary and expand your speech to such elegant arts such as quagmire, flabbergasm, or upholstery.
Words by the back. Buy them over here. Words by the back. 4 more cups to customer. A pound of pack is at a very reasonable price. Always useful for happy birthday, happy New Year's, happy days, or happy-go-lucky. Or how about a package of goods? Always useful for good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and goodbye.
Can you believe it? Have you ever seen so many words?
They're fun if you have something to say.
Excuse me, but what are these?
These are for people who like to make up their own words. You can buy any assortment you like or buy a special box with all the letters and a book of instructions. Here, taste it in.
It's sweet.
I do like it, and it's one of our best sellers. You know, all of them aren't that good. The Z, for instance, very dry and sawdust, and the X consists of a chunk full of stale air. But try not.
Cool, it tastes icy.
And how about the C for you? It's as crunchy as a bone. You know, most people don't like making up their own words. But take it from me, not only is it delightful, eluding, but extremely useful.
But isn't it difficult? I'm not very good at making words.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance. A-S-S-I-S-T-A-N-C-E. I'm the spelling bee. I can spell anything. Anything. A-N-Y-T-H-I-N-G. Try me. Try me.
Can you spell goodbye?
Perhaps you are under the misapprehension. M-I-S-A-P-P-R-E-H-E-N-S-I-O-N. That I am dangerous. Now let me assure you that I'm quite peaceful. Now think of the most difficult word you can, and I'll spell it.
Okay. How about curiosity?
Let's see now. How much time do I have?
Just 10 seconds. Count them off, Tom.
Oh dear, oh dear. C-U-R-I-O-S-I-T-Y.
Correct. Can you spell anything?
Just about. You see, years ago I was an ordinary bee, minding my own business, smelling flowers all day, occasionally picking up some part-time work in people's bonnets. But then one day I realized that I never amount to anything without an education. So I decided that...
Balderdash! Let me repeat, balderdash.
Well, 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 what have we here? Isn't somebody going to introduce me to the little one?
This is humbug. You can't trust a word he says.
Nonsense. Everyone can trust the humbug. As I was saying to the king just the other day.
You've never met the king. Don't believe a thing he tells you.
Bosh, my boy. Pure bosh. The humbugs are an old and noble family, honorable to the core. Why, we fought in the Crusades with Richard the Lionheart, blazed trails with the pioneers, crossed the Atlantic with Columbus. History is full of battles.
A very pretty speech. S-P-E-E-C-H. Now why don't you just go away? I was just advising the lad of the importance of proper spelling.
Bah! As soon as you learn to spell one word, they ask you to spell another. You'll never catch up, so why bother? Take my advice, boy, and forget about it. As my great-great-grandfather, George Washington Humbug, used to say,
You, sir, are an imposter. I-M-P-O-S-T-E-R. You can't even spell his own name.
What? You dare doubt my word? The word of a humbug. The word of a humbug with direct access to the ear of a king. The king shall hear about this, I promise you.
Did someone call for a king? Did someone mention the monarch, speak of the sovereign, entreat the emperor? Hail his highness.
Who are they?
The king's advisors, or in more formal terms, his cabinet.
Salutations. Greetings. Welcome. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hi.
By the order of the Zaz and the King unabridged, King of Dictionopolis, monarchy of letters, Emperor of phrases, census, miscellaneous figures of speech, we offer you the hospitality of our kingdom, country, nation, state, commonwealth, realm, empire, palatate, principality.
Don't all those words mean the same thing?
Of course, certainly, precisely, exactly. Yes.
Hey, why don't you use just one? Wouldn't that make a lot more sense?
Nonsense.
Ridiculous.
Fantastic. Observe. Bosh. We're not interested in making sense. It's not our job. Besides, if one word is good as another, why don't you just use them all? Then you don't have to choose which one's right. Besides, if one is right, then 10 times is right. Obviously, you don't know who we are. Mr. of Meaning, Earl of Essence, Count of Connotation, Undersecretary of Understanding, and
we have come to invite you to the royal banquet.
The banquet. That's quite an honor, my boy. A real H-O-N-O-R.
Don't be ridiculous. Everybody's invited to the royal banquet these days.
True, everybody does go, but only some people are invited, and others simply push their way into places they aren't wanted.
You buzzing little upstart. I'll show you who's not wanted.
You just watch it. I'm warning you. W-A-R-N-I-N-G-U.
As the unbridged is about to start the royal banquet, all guests who do not appear here promptly will automatically lose their place. Places, everyone. Take your places.
And just who is this?
Your Highness, my name is Milo, and this is Tom, and thank you very much for inviting us to your banquet, and I think your palace is beautiful.
Exquisite, lovely, handsome, pretty, charming.
Sounds. Now tell me, young man, what can you do to entertain us? Sing songs, tell stories, do tumble tricks, or juggle plates? Now which is it?
I can't do any of those things.
What an ordinary little boy. Can't you do anything at all?
Well, I can count to 1,000.
Numbers. Never mention numbers unless we absolutely have to. Now to change the subject, since you're the guest of honor, you may choose the menu.
Me? Well, I'm not very hungry. Could we just have a light snack?
A light snack it shall be.
Yeah.
Not a very substantial meal. Maybe you could suggest something a little more filling.
Well, in that case, we have to have a square meal.
Square meal it is.
These are awful.
Time for speeches. You first.
Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to say that...
That's quite enough. Let's talk all day.
I just...
Next.
Doggy kibble, wet food, cheese bits.
Roast turkey, mashed potatoes, vanilla ice cream.
Hamburgers, corn on the cob, chocolate pudding, Pudding.
Lobster, mac and cheese, sushi.
Pizza, strawberries, chicken. Corn, salmon, biscuits, and gravy. Mashed potato, pasta, and broccoli. Mashed potatoes, sushi, and pizza.
Pâte de favois, beef bourguignon. Crème brûlée, bon appétit. Chicken, no, I can't think much of your choice.
I didn't know I was going to have to eat my own words.
Of course. Everybody here does. Your speech should have in better taste.
Here, try some somersault. It improves the flavor.
Have a rigmarole.
Or a ragamuffin.
Perhaps you care for a cinnamon bun.
Why don't you just wait till dessert?
Ah, yes, the dessert. Today we're having a treat freshly made at the Half Bakery.
The Half Bakery?
Of course, the Half Bakery. Now, where do you think half-baked ideas come from? Now, please don't interrupt. Take your chef's hat.
What's a half-baked idea?
They're very good, but they don't always taste the best. Here, try this one.
The earth is flat?
People swallowed that one for years. The moon is made of green cheese. Now there's a half-baked idea.
Loyal subjects and friends, once again on this gala evening we have...
Excuse me, but everybody laughed.
I was hoping no one would notice. It happens every time.
They have gone to dinner, and as soon as I finish my last bite, I shall join them.
But that's ridiculous. How can you go to dinner right after a banquet?
Scandalous. We'll put a stop to that once. Now by royal command you must eat before the banquet.
But that's just as bad.
Or just as good. Try to look on the bright side of things.
I don't know which side of anything to look at. Everything is so confusing, and all your words just make everything worse.
How true. There must be something we can do.
Pass the law. Drive a bargain. Total line. After a roar.
Maybe
We have as
let,
many words as he
maybe let rhyme and reason return.
How nice would it be, even if they were a bother on time, but I'm afraid it can't be done.
Certainly not. Can't be done.
Why not?
Why not, he?
Much too difficult.
Much too difficult.
You could if you really wanted to.
By all means, you could, if you really wanted to.
How?
Yeah, how?
Well, it's a simple task for a brave boy with a stout heart, a steadfast dog, and a serviceable small schooner.
Go on.
Well, all that he would have to do is cross the great unknown plains between here and Digitalopolis, where he would then have a friendly chat with the math magician, convincing him to release the princesses, which we all know will be impossible because they will never agree with each other on anything. Once that is done, all that he must do is drive up the mountains where every demon is there, and then he must have a pleasant chat with the princesses, releasing them. After that is done, all that is left is going to meet up with you're driving back down through those chaotic mountains where every demon has sworn to tear any intruder right from limb to limb, right down to his belt buckle. After that is done, all that is left is a simple parade with cake and cookies for everyone.
I never realized it'd be so simple.
It sounds dangerous to me.
And just who is supposed to make this dangerous journey?
A very good question, but it's a far more serious problem.
What's that?
I'm afraid I can't tell you until you return.
But wait a minute, you didn't...
Dictionopolis would be grateful to you, my boy, and your dog. But fear not, for I can provide some protection. In this letter are the letters of the alphabet. Use them for how you need to get over any obstacles.
Thanks a lot.
And since you'll need a guide, of course, the humbug has cheerfully offered to join you.
Now wait just one moment.
You'll find him resourceful, dependable, and brave.
Oh, you're mad.
I'm sure he'll be a great help.
He better be. Okay.
Good luck. Drive safe.
Okay, maybe you can tell us how much further it is to Digitopolis.
Have you ever heard a horse in a dish just drop from the ceiling onto a hard stone floor? Have you ever heard an ant wearing fur slippers walk across a thick wool carpet? Have you ever heard a blindfolded octopus unwrap a cellophane-covered bathtub? Ha! I knew it. None of you look well at all. Not at all.
Are you a doctor?
I am cacophonous and discord, doctor of dissonance.
What does the A stand for?
As loud as possible. Now, step a little closer and stick out your tongues. Ah, just as I expected. You're all suffering from a severe lack of noise. Loud cries, soft cries, bangs, bonds, swishes, swooshes, snaps and crackles, whistles and gauds, and miscellaneous uproar. Be ready in just a moment.
Just what kind of doctor are you?
Well, you might say I'm a specialist. I specialize in noises from the loudest to softest to slightly annoying to the terribly unpleasant. For instance, have you ever heard a square-ruled streamroller ride over a street full of hard-boiled eggs?
But who would want all those terrible noises?
Everybody does. Why? I'm so busy. I can hardly fill orders for noise pills, rack lotion, clamor, sorbet, hubbub tonic. That's all people seem to want these days. Years ago, everyone had pleasant sounds, and business was terrible. But then the cities were built, and there was a great need for honking horns, screeching chains, clanging of the bells, and all the rest of these wonderfully unpleasant noises we use so much today. I've been working overtime, and I'll have you know my medicine here is in great demand. All you have to do is take a spoonful once a day, and you'll never have to hear a beautiful sound again. Here, try some.
If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not.
Yeah, I don't want to be hearing a beautiful sound.
Besides, there is no such disease as a lack of noise.
How true. That's why it makes it so difficult to cure. Very well. If you're going to go through all your life suffering from noise deficiency, I'll just give it to Jen for his lunch.
That was good, Master. I thought you'd never let me out. It was really cramped in here.
This is my assistant, the awful Din. You must forgive his appearance.
What is a din?
You mean you've never heard the awful Din? When you're playing in your room and making a great amount of noise, what do they tell you to stop?
That awful din.
And when their neighbors are playing their radio too loudly tonight, what do you wish they turned down?
That awful din.
And when the street on your block is being repaired and the drills are working all day, what does everyone complain of? The dreadful road.
The dreadful rose my grandfather. He perished in the great silent epidemic of 1712. I certainly can understand why you don't like noise. Why, I heard an explosion last week. That was so lovely. I've grown with appreciation for 2 days. Ah!
He's right, you know. Noise is the most valuable thing in the world.
King Azaz says words.
Nonsense. Why, when a baby wants food, how does it ask?
He screams.
And when a racing car wants gas?
It chokes.
And what happens to the dome when a new day
It
begins?
breaks.
See how simple it is? Isn't it time for us to go?
Where to? Maybe we're going the same way.
I doubt it. We're going on the collection once. Once a day, I travel through the kingdom and gather all the wonderfully horrible and beautifully unpleasant sounds I can find, and bring them back to the doctor to use in the medicine.
Where are you going?
To Digitopolis.
Digitopolis. There are numerous ways to get to Digitopolis. If you know how to follow directions, take a look at the sign of the fork in the road. Though, why do you ever want to go there? I'll never know.
We want to talk to the mathematician.
About the release of Princess Rhyme and Reason.
Rhyme and Reason. I remember them. Very nice girls, but a little too quiet for my taste. In fact, I've been meaning to send them something that Jim brought home by mistake, which I have absolutely no use for. Here it is. Or maybe you'd like it for yourself.
What is it?
The sounds of laughter. They're so unbearable to hear. All those giggles and snickers and happy shouts of joy. I don't know what Jim was thinking when he brought them home. Here, give them to the princesses or keep them for yourself. I don't care. Well, time to move on. Goodbye and good luck.
But wait, the fork in the road. You didn't tell us where it is.
I could use a fork of my own at the moment, and a knife, and a spoon to go with it. All of a sudden, I feel very hungry.
So do I, but it's no use thinking about it. There won't be anything to eat until we reach Digitopolis.
Well, the sooner the better is what I say.
Look, the fork in the road and a signpost to Digitopolis. Digitopolis, 5 miles, 633,600 half inches.
Let's travel by miles, it's shorter.
Let's travel by half inches, it's quicker.
But which road do we take? It must make a difference.
Do you think so?
I'm not sure, but
They could be right. On the other hand, they could also be wrong. Does it make a difference or not?
Yes, indeed. Indeed it does. Certainly why yes, it does make a difference. My ankles are many.
My side do not feel.
I'm the dodecahedron. Who are you?
What's a dodecahedron?
See for yourself. A dodecahedron is a mathematical shape with 12 faces.
I usually use one at a time.
It saves wear and tear. What are you called?
Milo.
That's an odd name.
And you only have one face.
Is that bad?
You'll soon wear it out using it for everything. Is everyone with one face called Milo?
No, some are called Billy or Jeffrey or Sally or Lisa or lots of other things.
How confusing. Here, everything's called exactly what it is. The circles are called circles, the triangles are called triangles, and even the same numbers have the same name.
Can you imagine what would happen if you named all the two Billy's or Jeffrey's or Sally's or lots of other things? You have to say Robert plus John equals 4, and if the 4s were named Albert, things would be hopeless.
I never thought of it that way.
Then I suggest you begin at once. For in Digitopolis, everything is quite precise.
Then perhaps you could help us decide which road to take.
By all means, there's nothing to it. Now, if a small car carrying 3 people at 30 miles an hour starts at the same time as
3 people traveling in a little automobile for an hour as twice the distance, then which one is the best way to go and which one will get you there sooner?
17.
I'm not sure, but
You'll have to do better than that.
I'm not very good at solving problems.
What a shame. They're so very useful.
all 3 roads arrive at the same place at the same time.
Correct.
And I'll take you there myself. Now you see how important problems are? If you hadn't done this one correctly, you might have gone the wrong way.
But if all the roads are at the same place at the same time, then aren't they all the right roads?
Certainly not.
Just because you have a choice doesn't mean that any of them has to be right.
We're here. This is the land of numbers.
It's not, very inviting.
Is this a place where numbers are made?
They're not made. You have to dig for them. Don't you know anything at all about numbers?
Well, I didn't think they were very important.
Not important!
Why, numbers are the most valuable and precious things in the world. Just follow me and I'll show you.
Right this way and watch a step. Put these on.
Where are we going?
Welcome. This is the land of numbers.
Whose mine is it?
I have a 4,936,373 hairs on my head. It's mine, of course.
It's a lovely mine, it really is.
Largest number mine in the kingdom.
Are there any precious stones in it?
Precious stones, why I'd say there are. Have a look around.
What? That's just a 5.
As precious a stone as any of the others. Have a look at some of the others.
We dig them and polish them and send them all over the world. Marvelous, aren't they?
They're beautiful. So, that's how numbers are made. Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We use the broken ones for fractions. How about some lunch?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, sir.
Would you care for something to eat?
That looks delicious.
Thank you.
Dig in. Oh, please, don't stop now. Seriously, there's no need to be bashful.
You want to hear something strange? Each bite I take makes me a little more hungry than before.
Here in Digitopolis, the more you eat, the hungrier you get. Everyone knows that.
Yes, it was delicious, wasn't it? It's the specialty of the kingdom. Subtraction stew.
Oh, I think I'm starving.
Me too, and I ate so much. But could you show me the biggest number there is?
What's the largest number you can think of?
999 trillion, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,000, and 999.
So close, and yet so far. All you have to do is add 1, and then add 1 again, and then add 1 more time, and then...
But when can I stop?
Never, because the number you want is always at least 1 more bigger than the number you have. And it's so big that if you started counting yesterday, you wouldn't finish tomorrow.
Where would you even find a number that big?
Same place you find the smallest number there is. And we know what that is.
1/1,000,000.
So close again. Now, all you have to do is divide that in half, and then divide that in half, and then divide that in half. and then-
Doesn't that ever stop either?
How can it? When you can always take half what you have and divide it in half again. Look, you see that line out there?
You mean that long one?
Yep, that's the one. If you follow that line forever and then take a left, you'll find the lane of infinity, where the tallest, the shortest, the biggest, the smallest, the lightest, and heaviest of everything are kept.
But how can you follow a line forever? You know, I get the feeling that everything in Digitopolis is very difficult.
But on the other hand, I find that the only thing that you can do easily is be wrong, and that's hardly worth the effort.
But what bothers me is, well, that even when things are correct, they still don't seem to be right.
Ah, yes, it's been that way ever since rhyme and reason were banished. And all because that stubborn wretch is Zaz. It's all his fault!
Maybe if you discussed it with him.
He's just too unreasonable. Why, just last month, I sent him a very friendly letter that he never had the courtesy to respond to. 1919, 32, 27, 365, 96.
Maybe he doesn't understand numbers.
How can't he? Everyone understands numbers no matter where you live. A 7 is a 7 no matter what language you speak.
Everyone is so sensitive about what he knows best.
With your permission, sir, we'd like to rescue Rhyme and Reason.
Has Azaz agreed to it?
Yes, sir.
Then I don't.
Shoot!
I never will. And if you can prove otherwise, then you have my full permission to go.
Well, with whatever Zaz agrees, you disagree.
Correct.
And with whatever Zaz disagrees, you agree.
Also correct.
Then each of you agree that he will disagree with whatever each of you agree with. And if you both disagree with the same thing, aren't you really in agreement?
I've been tricked!
Now, may we go?
Yes, it's a long and dangerous journey, but long before you get there, the demons will know you're there. Watch out for them, because if you ever come face to face, it'll be too late. But there is one more obstacle that I must warn you about.
What's that?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you until you return. But I can give you something to help you out. Here's your own magic staff. Use it wisely, and there's nothing it can't do for you.
Are you sure you can't tell us about that serious obstacle?
Not until you return. And now the dodecahedron will lead you to the road that leads to the castle in the air. Good luck, my friends, and goodbye!
They're on their way.
So I see. Well, what is it?
I was just wondering myself, your number ship, what actually is the serious obstacle you were talking about?
You mean you seriously don't know?
I'm worried sick, I must confess. I wonder if they'll have success. All the others tried in vain, but were never seen or heard again.
Now, Ryan, there's no need to be so pessimistic. Milo, Tom, and Hubbub have just no chance of succeeding as they do of failing.
But the demons are so deadly smart. They'll stuff your brains and fill your heart with petty thoughts and selfish dreams. They'll trap you with their nasty schemes.
Now, Ryan, be reasonable, won't you? And calm down. You always talk in couplets when you get nervous. Milo has learned a lot from his journey. He needs to match for demons, and then he might soon be knocking on our door. Now, come on, cheer up, won't you?
I'll try.
So this is the land of ignorance. It's so dark, I can hardly see a thing. Maybe we should wait until morning.
There'll be morning for you soon enough.
I don't think you understand. We need a place to spend the night.
It's not yours to spend.
That doesn't make any sense, you see.
Dollars or cents, it's still not yours to spend.
But I don't mean...
Of course you're mean. Anyone who's been knighted as a modern is very mean. Must you interrupt like that? Naturally, it's my job. I take the words right out of your mouth. Haven't we ever met before? I'm never present word snatcher.
Are you a demon?
I'm afraid not. I've tried my best, but all I can manage is a nuisance, and I don't have time to waste with you.
But hey, don't leave. I have some questions. Wait.
Wait, 27 pounds. Bye-bye.
Well, she was no help.
Perhaps I can be of assistance to you? Hello, little boy. How is a faithful dog? And who is this answer for you?
It's so nice to meet someone so pleasant in a place like this.
But before I can help you, I want you can spare me a little bit of your time and help me with a few small jobs.
Of course.
Gladly. Sure, we'd be happy to.
Splendid. There are just 3 tasks. First, I'll let you move this file saying from here to there. But I'm afraid all I have are these tiny tweezers. Second, I can empty this well. Fill the other. But I'm afraid I have no bucket. So I have to use a side dropper. Finally, I can have a hole in this cliff. And here's a needle to dig it.
You want to know something? I've been working hard and steadily for a long time now, and I don't feel the least bit tired or hungry. I could go on the same way forever.
Maybe you will.
but I wish I knew how long it was going to take.
Why don't you use your magic staff and find out?
Pardon me, sir, but it's going to take 837 years to finish these jobs.
Is that so? What a shame. Better get on with it then.
But it hardly seems worthwhile.
Worthwhile? Why ask you to do anything if it was worthwhile?
Why bother then?
Because, my friends, what can be more important than doing unimportant things? Stop doing enough of them, you never get to where you're going.
You must be...
Quite correct. The terrible tribune, demon of petty tasks or worthless jobs, ogre of wasted effort, monster of habit. Oh, but don't try to leave. There's just so much to do. You still have 837 years ago on the first job.
But why do unimportant things?
Well, think of all the time mistakes. You spend all your time doing the easy, useless jobs. You don't have time to get to the important ones, which are so difficult. Now, do come and stay with me. We have so much fun together. Things to pick up, things to put down, things to take away, things to bring back, things to fill, things to empty.
Run! 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 Over here! Over here! Up here! Up here! Up here!
I think we lost him. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Now step up.
Step up! Ah! Look out! But she said up.
Well, I hope you didn't expect to get anywhere by listening to me.
We're in a deep pit! We'll never get out of here!
That is quite an accurate evaluation of the situation.
Then why did you help us at all?
Oh, I do as much for anybody. I'm the demon of insincerity. I don't mean what I say, I don't mean what I do, and I certainly don't mean what I am.
Then why don't you go away and leave us alone?
Now, Milo, there's no need to get angry. You're a very clever boy, and I have complete confidence that you can climb out of this pit. Come on, try.
I'm not listening to a word you say. You're just telling me what I'd like to hear and not what is important.
Well, that's the way you feel about it.
That is the way I feel about it. And we'll manage by ourselves to get out of this pit without any unnecessary advice from you.
Fine. Most people just listen to what I say, but if that's the way you feel about it, I'll just go home.
Boy, we sure showed him!
You want to know something? This place is a lot more dangerous than I ever imagined.
I think I found a way to get out of here. Here, Milo, on my back. Humbug, you on Milo. Hook your cane onto that tree and hold on. Oh, hurry up, come on. There, now I'll leave for a while. Follow me, and we'll stay out of trouble.
Something tells me we better get to the castle in the air as soon as possible. And not to stop for a single moment.
Tom, did you see something?
Just keep walking and don't look back.
You did see something. What was it?
Another demon?
Not just one, I'm afraid. If you want to see what I'm talking about, turn around.
Oh my gosh, there's so many! The terrible thingamabobber, the horrible hatred, the scary little sibling! Come on, you two! Hurry up! Must be so slow!
Look, the castle in the air!
I see it! Shh! Be very careful.
Names.
Well, you see.
Names!
I'm Humbug, this is Talk, and that's Milo.
Splendid. I haven't had an M in ages.
What does she want our names for? We're kind of in a hurry.
Oh, this won't take long. I'm the official census taker. I must have some information before I can take your census. Now, if you just tell me where you were born, when you were born, where you were born, why you were born, how old you are now, how old you were then, how old you'll be in a little.
I wish she'd hurry up. At this rate, the demons will be here before we know it.
Your mother's name, your father's name, where you live, how long you've lived there, the schools you attended, the schools you haven't attended.
I'm getting writer's cramp.
I smell something very evil, and it's getting closer by the second. May we go now? Just as soon as you tell me your height, your weight, the number of books you read this year.
But we have to!
All right, I'll give you the short form. Destination?
But we have to!
Destination!
The castle in the air!
Stop! I'm sure you'd rather see what I have to show you. A circus of your very own. And wouldn't you like to enjoy a wonderful smell? And I know here's something you'll enjoy hearing. There we go. And now I'll just sit back and let the demons catch up to you with you.
There was no circus.
There were no smells.
There was no applause.
I warned you I was a census taker. I'll steal your senses and your sense of purpose, your sense of duty, destroy your sense of
of proportion, and but one thing you'll be helpless yet.
What's that?
As long as you have the sound of laughter, I cannot take your sense of humor. Ah, that's so! Ah, that horrible sense of humor.
Come on, you two, let's go.
Hurry, we're expecting you.
You must be the princes. We've come to rescue you.
And not a moment to waste. The demons are close behind.
Now, if you'll just come out. But wait, there's no door. How do you rescue someone from the castle in the air if there's no way to get in or out?
Hurry, Milo, they're coming.
Take your time, Milo, and think about it.
Just give me a second or two. Where's that package of presents? Ah, here it is.
I think I feel faint.
ESCAPE. Escape.
I think I feel faint. They're coming.
Well, time flies, doesn't it?
Quite often.
Hold on.
Can you hold us all?
We'll find out. Now, like I said, hold on.
I'm exhausted. I can't walk another step.
We can't stop now.
Milo, look! Don't worry, Milo. We'll take it from here now. Those demons may not know it, but their days were numbered.
Charge! C-H-A-R-G-E, charge!
Come on, guys. You got this. Don't give up now. Ow.
I got you guys.
Come on now. Keep going. Ow.
You are so mean. You are scum. Get out of here. Retreat, guys, retreat.
Good job. Great work. Splendid. Congratulations. Henceforth and forward, let it be known by one and all that rhyme and reason reign once born in wisdom. And furthermore, the boy known as Talk, the boy known as Mila, the dog known as Talk, and the insect here and there referred to as the Humbug, are declared to be heroes of the realm.
It may be true, but you have the courage to try. And very often, what you can do is a matter of what you will do.
That's why we couldn't tell you something until you returned.
I remember. What was it?
Very simple. It was impossible. Completely impossible.
Oh, I think I feel faint.
That's why we couldn't tell you, because then you might not have gone.
I think I understand.
And you must say goodbye now.
To everyone? Even you two?
I'm afraid so, my boy. I've arranged for a lecture tour for the next 30 years. I'll be very busy.
Maybe we need a watchdog around here. Okay, we've all spent so much time together. I know I'm going to miss you guys. I know I would have made it a lot more sooner if I hadn't made so many mistakes.
You must never apologize for making mistakes, Milo, as long as you take the trouble to learn from them. Very often you learn more by being wrong for the right reasons than being right for the wrong ones.
But there's so much to learn.
That's true, but it's not just learning that's important. It's learning what to do with what you learn and learning why you learn things that matters.
I think I understand. At least, I hope I do.
Goodbye, goodbye. Remember, words, words, words. And numbers. Now don't tell me you think numbers are more important than words. Actually, I'll have you know.
Uh-oh, I hope they don't start all over again, because in the near future, I won't have time to help them out.
Did somebody mention time?
Boy, I must have been gone for an awful long time now. I wonder what time it is. It's 5 o'clock. I wonder what day it is. It's still today. I've only been gone for an hour.
An hour is 60 minutes. How long it lasts depends on what you do with it. For some it lasts forever. For others, just a moment.
6 o'clock already?
In a jiffy. In a flash!